Okay, I'm back. I'm gonna make it quick since it looks like my service is messed up from where I'm at. But basically, like I said, you popped up on the possible relative, and I was just trying to figure out how. When I talked to one of my cousins, she already assumed that you was already one of the cousins, and everybody thinks you the wife, but you not. So I was just trying to figure out how you were so called related to us. That's pretty much how they went as far as the Erica situation, and how I don't agree with you basically trying to turn my siblings against me because I didn't do what the fuck you asked me to do. I don't know why you thought in your rabbit ass mind that I would have ever told another sister to be quiet or she's doing this for attention or to shut the fuck up before I smack her because she mentioned me because I was at a situation that I didn't know I was at. Nobody blamed you. Nobody said nobody was touching on you. Nobody said none of that. Where you got that from, don't know. Probably check with Deja. Secondly, I ain't never had to lie about a motherfucking thing. Me being coerced at 6 years old by the lawyer and my granny to go on trial against my mama, and me talking about the shit that happened at 8, 12, 14 when he seen me when I came to LA with the pastor family, who I'm not going to mention. 17 when I graduated high school and I actually went to pick Deja up to go drop him off. And yes, there are people that can corroborate these stories because I have talked to them. Y'all know them. One being a cousin of you, Deja. Two, and actually it's crazy because your cousin actually had nice things to say about you, and neither one of us had nothing bad. It's just we hate that you fell a victim to the situation that you gave up on. Like, to me, I feel like it was never too late, because if it was, I would have never spoke out as late as I did. But apparently you did. Everybody has different things. You had a different upbringing than me. I'm glad I was not raised around him because, like I said, when I realized he was trying to fuck me, I gave my virginity away quick, fast, and in a hurry. Gave it away to my little boyfriend named Toby at the time because, yeah, you ain't taking this, sir. No, 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 no. And you're not going to ever get it. I don't care. Like, that's not the type of games we play. But I don't understand how me telling my story and because she tagged you led into you threatening me. I don't even understand that. Like, and then Deja, I don't understand how you blocking me after you did what you did, and then I gave you a reaction to your action, but I'm the deriding sister that was on your D, and then I showed it in chronological order, and because I had to delete my attachments because this has taken up a whole lot of space in my phone, you try to post in like the attachments of stuff I said before I even met people, as if that's going to change anything that you said to puppeteer this little whole me taking our father down type of thing because you was sick of his shit. The only difference was, like your cousin said, was I'm over it. I don't care. I don't need a daddy. I didn't need a mama. I've raised myself and I think I did a damn good fucking job. Bills is paid, child is happy, husband satisfied, happy, and yet I'm supposed to be miserable. I only did this because I wanted answers and for the people who wronged me, my parents, to take accountability for the stuff that they did since they refused to even say fucking sorry. Because how am I gonna post books and the people's gonna ask, well, did you get any answers? What was the reason why your mama set her house on fire and tried to kill you and your brothers? Well, she told me it was because nobody was going to raise her kids as good as her. Well, why did your dad molest you when he was 8? Well, the research I did showed that it went back as far as me being born, and I wasn't the only victim. There was more victims, girls than boys, and he was a victim of someone himself. I guess, is that supposed to be the answer? If that's what y'all want, I can put it in the book, because that's all I got. That's all I can come up with. Neither one of them won't talk to me. He's walking around telling people I sent my mama to jail for 17 and a half years as if it was voluntary. Bitch, is these motherfucking scars on me and my motherfucking body still as a 33-year-old voluntary? Or is the counseling again and again on my open records considered voluntary? I'm just trying to understand why y'all think I pulled this shit out my ass. And I provided y'all countless of facts and proof, and my shit ain't gonna change, because what story do I have to change? What do I have to switch up? Why would I give a fuck if it didn't actually happen? Y'all still gonna read about it. You're gonna read about it and be like, oh, well, she's saying the same shit. You're damn right. The only difference is you got a little bit more details this time, because it's going to be presented in book form and then it'll be presented in podcast form. Neither one of these things were for attention. Like, hey, look at me, poor me. I don't play the victim role. Never have. That's why the people that knew me all my life, friend-wise, are having a hard time believing that I didn't have such a great life, because what they saw is not exactly what shows up on my fucking records, because I hid it so well. The only person that seen through my bullshit was my husband, aka best friend. That's how we got here. Because he was the only person that seen past my persona and the front I put on around my friends. Because I wanted to be perceived as normal. Because who wanted to be looked at as the girl whose daddy kept touching on her and she sent him to jail at the time because I was going to snitch on you then. But I didn't want to be labeled as the girl who sent both her mama and her daddy to jail. God damn. Don't understand why I haven't won the lottery by now. Like, I don't understand why each of y'all think that I've ever wanted attention from anything. Because I decided to finally stop being quiet about the things that's happened to me, and people are shocked that I never wanted to kill myself. I never wanted to harm myself. I never wanted to do things to other people that was done to me. I actually wanted to be normal and act like that shit didn't exist. And then write books about it, so that way when my daughter got older, I can just be like, here, please read these, and hopefully it helps you understand. Then we can address anything that you would like to address as to why I don't have a family, as to why I don't have a mama, as to why I don't have a daddy, as to why I don't have a granny, as to why I'm not around these people. Here is all your answers. Hopefully I answered them, because at least I owe you the fucking answers that I didn't fucking get. Because y'all want to make me the fucking problem when all I wanted was fucking accountability for some shit that was done to me and my siblings, both on my mama and my daddy's side. Never said anybody was at fault for anything that anybody was that did that y'all was around there for. So where y'all got that shit from, I don't fucking know. Don't give a fuck. But I already done told you. Had you answered the phone, Courtney, a month ago when I asked you, hey, can we talk so I can clear this up with you? Because I saw that Erica said that you was going to be the one to go talk to Deja. When I asked Deja, hey, they said they had somebody for you. They had you handled. I didn't know what the fuck that mean. Do you want me to call the cops for you? Can y'all not comprehend the fucking messages that I'm posting? I know it's a lot, but you gotta stay with me, because, bitch, I'm exhausted. It's fucking exhausting. Having to fight siblings and then keep having to tell the same story over and over and over. That was the point of the books. I didn't think that there'd be this much confusion. I really didn't even think that this many people was going to be involved. I thought I was going to do the goddamn TikToks and that was going to be it, until people started reaching out to me and telling me shit. And I was like, oh, so y'all knew too? Oh, it's more victims? Oh, you're a victim too? Oh, I'm sorry. Had I reported him sooner, maybe he wouldn't have got to you. Had I not dropped Deja off when you considered it dick riding, bitch, maybe he may have not raped you. What are you talking about? But you want to block me now after you done got this shit started? After you want to throw your little rock and have your motherfucking hand and call me a dick rider? But here I was trying to be a good sister to you and send you money and help you with your fucking situation. And all you want to do is sit here and fucking deflect. Bitch, I ain't never been a liar. Never been one to be afraid to say sorry if I'm wrong. And never been one to admit my motherfucking faults, because what you never gonna do is say I was like my motherfucking parents. What you never gonna do is say I passed that shit down. What you never gonna do is say I put my child in a situation she didn't need to be in. What you never gonna do is say I'm like these motherfuckers. And bitch, I ain't never been ugly. How can I be when everybody says, sorry to say it, but you look just like your daddy? Yeah, I mean, thank God I don't look like my mama. The only thing outside of my other little talents. Thank God. The fuck? So my bad for actually giving a fuck about you. My bad for actually trying to get you out the situation you wanted to get out of, but you were still holding on to it because that's the only form of love you ever knew. My bad for being a motherfucking real person and trying to tell you I don't give a fuck who's trying to come against you. Bitch, I'ma stand behind you because I believe you, because you believe me, and who the fuck gonna sit here and lie about this? Only reason he picked you is because I heard you had already had a situation. I mean, if you already been raped before, it doesn't matter to be raped again. I actually felt bad for you. I felt fucking responsible for letting you go on that motherfucking plane to him when you could have came with me to college. And I could have just hid you out of my dorm in a bed that I had that was extra because my roommate was never there besides on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm mad because I couldn't protect you, but that part was coming off to you as dick riding. And I'm riding his dick because I keep talking about it. Like, what? What sense does that make? And then you contradict yourself every chance you get. Make it make sense. The only reason I never mentioned your name at the beginning is because we were sisters and there was no need for me to put you in this when you already had enough going on. But when I said you blocked me and you was talking about me, oh, well, shit, you chose your side. You mad because I laughed at her saying she should have left your dog on her? And that was after you blocked me, hun. It wasn't before. You had me blocked on July 29th. We ain't even made it back from Disney, damn, for real, back that time. Make it make sense. Like, what do I have to lie for? Again, still there's certain sisters I'm not mentioning because why? We have a sistership. And I'm not going to tell their stories because I would never tell another sister's story. But if you was there when some shit happened to me, I can't say such and such was there, but she did nothing happen to her, from my knowledge. Because last time I checked, I peed in the bed and then I threw up on him. And me having to eat Big Macs after a year was just impossible because you ruined that for me. I specifically asked, was I going to have to stay with you? And my sister's mom said no. And then you asked, can I stay with you? You called my granny and asked, can I stay with you? You kept requesting me. And then I told her and she told me she didn't give a fuck that you was doing this to me. Now see, well, my mama don't like you. Clearly, you never gave a fuck. I don't even know how you got custody of us, Miss Spam. Don't think I ain't never off your boots. Just because I ain't mentioned you yet, Regina. Bitch, I'm still in your boots. Another story for another day. But again, I told her what you was doing. She didn't give a fuck what you was doing. The only time I ever said I wanted to cause self-harm is when my granny said she didn't care that you was touching on me and she was still going to send me to California to stay with me. And I said, I'll be damned over my dead body. Bitch, I'll never get off that plane and live with you. Never give you that satisfaction of the day of even taking advantage of me. If I didn't know it wasn't wrong then, bitch, I do now. At 8, I didn't know. At 12, I was like, hold on. Why he keep doing this? Fuck we gotta keep going through this for? Then I come to California, you want to come see me. The pastor's wife is like, you got a nice looking father. Yeah, that's how he get his women. It's the thing he do. They never understood what the fuck I've been trying to tell them for years. Based off my actions. How the fuck I know about sex at 8? Even at 6. And it wasn't from me watching TV, it was from my parents. From me knowing it from my parents. Me being exposed to it from my parents. That's the problem. But yet I'm the problem because I got tired of watching people parade y'all around like y'all these good people when you get out of jail, Tina, and it's still causing harm and damage to your kids and then not taking accountability for shit you do or even want to fucking acknowledge it. And then here this motherfucker is being paraded around on social media like he's some fine ass man and he's daddy of the year, and you want to thank your kids that are allowing you to be a father for letting you be a father, as if I asked for you not to be my father, as if I asked for you to put your hands down my pants, if I asked for you to try to fill me up several times, if I asked for you to send me dick pics, if I asked for you to do anything you did. I really don't understand how the fuck any of this is my fault. I didn't tell you to set the house on fire, Tina. I asked you for dinner. I didn't ask to be dinner. I didn't ask you, Corey, to sit here and be a spectacular father. I asked you to be a normal father, to not touch on me, to not do those things. To where I could go to sleep at night and not have to worry about it. You gonna come in the room and start massaging my legs, trying to get your free feels. See how far you can get. The older I get. Because you think that my mama did a number on me and I'm so-called so damaged that I was just gonna let you slide. I really don't understand how you didn't think that I was gonna spare you. And you ain't even have the audacity to say sorry as if that was even gonna make a difference. But yet, gonna tell Erica to set up a meeting with me so we can sit down and talk about it at the table and have dinner and break bread. Bitch, I'm celiac. I can't fucking eat with you. What you mean? I'm allergic, literally, to you and the bullshit on this table. The fuck? You ain't know it about me. Or maybe you did because you stalked me. All y'all stalked me. Because I don't go on y'all pages. I don't have no fake pages. Don't care to have one. It's more work to create one. I have a business page, and then I have my personal page. All that fake page, burner page shit's for other people. If you actually knew me, you know I'm way more honest than the average person. So me lying about some bullshit is not in my wheelbarrow. Me lying on the motherfucker is not in my wheelbarrow. Especially not as no 33-year-old motherfucking adult on my siblings. For what? Because why? What do I get out of it? Besides more trauma and more fucking damage. Never thought to the day that two sisters was willing to fight me over this. I mean, I knew him and my mama was gonna be mad, but damn, I didn't know y'all was gonna be like, y'all won't duke with me over it. I mean, I ain't ducking a fade, but I'm just really at like a little, me? Over this? Find where I said he touched on y'all. Well, you, Courtney, find where I said it. Deja, you ain't denying shit. I've been waiting for you to say, can you quit saying that, please? Can you quit talking about my kids, please? Bitch cussed me out. Something. You more focused on the shit I say about him than the facts at the fucking hand. And the fucking matter is, what did he do to you? Because you was willing to talk when I was willing to come to California. But I guess I didn't come quick enough, and now the script is flipped, and now everybody's against me, because I guess if he can't get to me, he's sending y'all, or y'all just did it on your own free will. I don't know. It's not giving either. It's not giving option B. It's not giving option B. Because if Erica told me to silence the siblings, and Courtney, you were supposed to silence Deja because she looked up to you, then I just wanted to ask you how you didn't know if Erica said you did. That was my whole point. I believed you before I talked to Erica, because I talked to you before I talked to Erica. Then Erica threw you in it, and I was like, well, wait a minute. Why would she throw her in it if she didn't know? Maybe she had typed the wrong name. And when I tried to get you on the phone, we could never get on the phone. So who was I supposed to clear it up with? Deja only tagged y'all because she wanted somebody to be on her team, because the bitch can't come to me one-on-one because she knows she's in the fucking wrong. And she needed someone to hop on the bandwagon. And like I told you, bitch, I've already been jumped before. Being jumped by some siblings, I mean, add it to the books. Add it to the books. So at the end of the day, I don't have to lie about nothing. Everything is going to be and remain the same because the facts is the fucking facts. If it wasn't, y'all wouldn't be so pressed on me saying I'm doing this for attention and trying to get me to shut the fuck up. And if it wasn't so true, then why is there people that are related to y'all who have reached out to me to verify we knew this when we was underage, and we wondered as whatever age we was, why these things were going on and why certain adults let certain things going on. Who was paying who? It was given like R. Kelly or something. And I was like, oh, well, at least I know that I wasn't the only one that's seen these things. And y'all seen the same shit I seen. And yes, y'all heard the same shit I heard about the same sister niece. And when you see her, you'll be like, well, who's her daddy besides my daddy? That's why you don't talk to certain people, because when we start questioning it, now we got to get cut the fuck off. What we supposed to do, just look at that child and ignore it? My own damn child don't look like me, goddammit. So I was just asking a general ass question. I asked a random person, do you like my niece? And I said, what you think about this? And they said they look like my sister. And I was like, oh, well, she's my niece. But I thought the same thing, but they want to keep going with the she was raped at a party underage story. And there's no rape kit or police report. And I'm just trying to figure out how a minor had these things happen and there's no proof. So, yeah. Secondly, they're not Erica's kids. We all got different mamas. I'm the only one with the mama I have with him. Found out I was possibly a rape baby too. Haven't gotten that confirmed yet, but it makes sense if my mama, blocked that out, because hey, you had to do what you had to do to eat back then. If my granny was a hoe and on drugs, but hey, runs in the family, I guess. So when I get that confirmed, I guess I'll find that out. Erica, I really don't understand what the power you have is, but honey, again, like I said on the recording, I'm gonna give it to you. You got these bitches in line. When I tell you, you got them in line, honey, you have them in line. When you say it's your turn to go talk to such and such, see what you can get. I like to play chess. I used to be chess captain. Little pawn, move. I see why they said you was the wife, because you was really running shit. You be running shit. I mean, I ain't mad at it. Somebody got to do it, because I ain't. So it's just very unfortunate that the people that do know I'm telling the truth don't want to be involved in this, because, I mean, quite frankly, I wouldn't want that attention either. I wouldn't want to be an adult that was like, yeah, that's my daughter's best friend, and I did read the messages that her daddy sent her a dick pic on. My granddaddy ain't alive, or he'll definitely be on this bitch telling y'all I ain't lying. I guess that was the only reason why. And certain people that grew up, they always have their own trauma. So not everybody is more willing to address what happened to them the same way I am, because I feel like I had it mild compared to certain people. So that's why I always be like, well, I didn't have it as bad as such and such, even though people always say trauma's trauma. At the end of the day, on that aspect of being molested, raped, and all that, I was only like molested. I wasn't penetrated, because we weren't going to get that far. I wasn't going to let it get that far. I would have had to kill you over me, because you can't take my soul. So that's why I feel like y'all are so confused as to why I'm the only one that's speaking up about this, because everybody has their own traumas. Everybody has their own issues. So, of course, they don't want to come forward, because who was trying to revisit the shit that happened to them when I'm the only one that's like, I don't give a fuck about that. I done already went to therapy for this. The only difference is I was still writing my books, and I mean, what was I supposed to do? Just release the books quietly, and then when people ask me what they was about, tell them to go read it? The only difference is the stuff that happened from November to now was never a part of the original books. That became its own fucking entity. Like my sister said, it became a catacomb, a tundrum catacomb. I can't figure out what the fuck it was. But yeah, like, it ain't even a rabbit hole no more. This shit went deeper than I thought. Like, I just thought I was just getting it off my chest, telling y'all what happened, so that way y'all can realize that this nigga is not who he say he is, and if you got daughters, to beware. And that was gonna be that. And then that's when the siblings started reaching out. Then I reached out to Erica, and then I reached out to the person he was messing with at the time that he tried to swindle. And then that's when other women that he didn't swindle on have reached out to me. So when he actually went on the run, when he left LaDonna house, he went to this lady house in Minnesota that was so-called his fiance, who reached out to me. And people used to say that she basically had a catfish fiance and she was trying to prove he was real. But basically, once I came forward, she don't want to be talked about no more because I guess that's an embarrassment too. But again, how y'all more embarrassed than me and these are my parents? Y'all can act like it's never existed. I still got to explain this to my child. Make it make sense. I will never understand it. Never. And then everybody be so willing to, I'm going to hop on live with you. I'm going to basically out him with you. All these other things. And then y'all mad because y'all realize y'all just sent her money and it's going to make y'all look dumb. Because why are y'all sending money to a man that the other baby mamas was saying to Erica and the celebrity and to LaDonna that they were sending him money and they never got in his business because they liked the way he dressed. And as long as he dressed nice, they wouldn't get in his business, even though he wasn't paying them child support and wasn't doing his part, but they would still send him money. I wasn't in my rabbit ass mind never send no man money that ain't paid on me and this kid, and we ain't going 50-50. Fuck you mean? Like, yeah. So therefore, you're not gonna hear any baby mamas coming out about this saying they know, and the ones that did, they're not gonna repeat it because it don't look good. You're not gonna have my siblings come out saying he did this to me too, because the ones that did come out, it didn't go too well for them, so they're like, fuck it, and the other ones are going therapy for it, and they just want to be over and done with it. The other ones who claim they don't know about it and it didn't happen to them, if it's their story and they stick by it, then it is what it is. I can't tell somebody what did and didn't happen to them. That's just not me. And I'm not going to tell somebody else's story. But what I said was, Deja, you're not going to sit here and try to make it seem like I just got mad out of nowhere and started outing you, or because you responded, I just started doing this out of nowhere. No, ma'am. Don't do that. I don't lie about shit. And then you was willing to fight me over this, but as long as I was sending you money, it was cool. But when I stopped saying I had money to send you because you weren't giving me the answers I was looking for, now I'm the problem. Send me my money back. Courtney, I never mentioned you. I mentioned you now. I mentioned you in the previous live. I mentioned you when I texted Deja and told her the status of where we was at. But Deja tagged you. So shouldn't you be mad at her instead of me? Only reason I posted your messages because I was just trying to figure out, did anybody else see what I saw? Like, am I missing something? Did I mention her? Can y'all tag me and let me know where I mentioned her if I did forget or if I did overlook it, because it is a lot going on. So therefore, if it was something I said about her, I can either clear it up, apologize if need be. If not, then if you want to fight about it, I mean, again, bitch, I ain't never ducked the fade. I ain't Keisha. We can fight about it too. I prefer not to because my husband don't want me to have to keep going through this. But at the end of the day, I'm not shutting the fuck up. For what? Y'all the only ones mad about it. I'm not mad. I'm mad at the situation that some of my nieces have to be in because of certain things. I'm mad that Erica put herself in a situation she didn't need to be in and to tell me to be quiet about some shit that she tried to convince me that he wasn't touching on my sister, and Deja and others confirmed it. But other than that, where did this ever result in me fighting sisters over him? Or even siblings over him? Now I'm ugly and miserable. I mean, you couldn't have convinced that to the people that I'm trying to tell that I didn't. I had a miserable life that you said I had to. Who else? So at the end of the day, I ain't never had to lie about shit. I only told y'all about the lawyer shit because I thought I was giving y'all like a sneak peek as to, oh shit, some shit really happened in her book, so that way y'all can know like this is what the trial was really about. Here's the behind the scenes. Not know, oh, she's a liar. She's a liar. She told me she believed me. Now she's saying I don't. Boy, when I try to clear it up, Miss Ma'am, you wouldn't know where to be found. You have my number. I text you, said, hey, can we talk? I mean, I can post it, but I mean, it's about I don't have space on my phone now. So all I'm saying is the energy y'all have for me, y'all should have for them. Anytime I try to get to know a sister, it's always been a mama or someone else, aka Erica, trying to interfere. Tanya interfered with me trying to get to know Michaela when I said I wanted to get to know her, and she said she heard I was trying to expose him. What am I trying to expose him of? What is there to expose? If there was no trauma, like you said, Deja, or if there was trauma, like you said, then my story didn't change. Then how am I exposing anything? How am I lying? I'm not understanding. What would the meeting need to be with Erkanim if I was lying about this? Why would he need to sit down and apologize and start with me and then go on with the others? Her words, not mine. I'm just giving y'all recaps of the messages I post because y'all think I'm pulling this out of my ass. As if I'm just the best fucking storyteller and I got people from here to London tuning in because we ain't got nothing else better to do besides a lie. And entertain y'all for the free on Facebook, on this here free app. I don't have nothing else better to do. Besides be a wife, a mom, finish these books, run my businesses, better my miserable life, take family trips, build more memories, give my child the life I wished I had because I didn't get to be a child. A liar will never be one of them. A bitch can be. I've been told I'm a bitch. When I was 5 years old, my mama baby day told me I was a bitch and had somebody hit me in my mouth. Sure did. Had his nephew do it. Been called several bees. So, could have said I was a bitch. Could have told me a few other things, but you was gonna slap me, and I need to quit playing with you. I ain't playing with nobody. This is real life. This ain't attention seeking. This is really what I have to go through on a daily basis. I've had hours upon hours upon hours of conversations with different people related to everybody. And they're all going to say the stories stay the same. It's just I don't choose to disclose their names because that's none of y'all business. If they want to come for it, they can. But everybody's stories is the same. Lines up with mine. So at the end of the day, if we do fight, I'll make sure it's recorded. Just so y'all can see that they was really willing to fight me over this man. And this. And whatever happens to it, because if I'm looking for attention, then I hope y'all keep giving it to me. Eventually, I was planning to transition to give y'all, like, the beginning of how it started with my mama and, like, a little backstory. So that way y'all knew what books I was, like, purchasing, a little bit about me, because I was so good at making my life look normal that people have a hard time believing that I had fucked up parents and fucked up grandparents and a family to go with it. I pat myself on the back. I did a real good job. Real good job. Thank my mentor. I would like to thank the staff at my schools, the front office ladies for sure. Laster, Kennedy Elementary, and Valley, y'all did that. My dorm RA and the dorm RA head person at WKU at PFT, y'all did that. Thank you to my counselor in high school. Thank you to everybody that played a significant role in making it hard to believe that I had such a messed up childhood that people are willing to fight me and question me on something that I was already writing about that is already in my open records. And now I'm ugly and miserable. So I need to get my eyebrows done because my mama had this thing where she prayed for these eyebrows and I should never ever be taking a picture. They real big into looks. So I guess me being ugly. Chubby is one of them. Bitch is another one. But ugly and miserable. Never. Never. No, that's not me. Attention seeking, that's not me either. Because if I wanted attention, I would have been talking about this a long time ago and I would have been screaming this to the top of my lungs then. But like I always say, everything happens for a reason. I do believe that. I do hate that I had to go through a lot of trauma to get to where I'm at. But like they say, God don't give his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers and think that I'm going to fold and let a motherfucker tell me they going to slap the fuck out of me because they think I mentioned them when I'm playing with them. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. I really don't give a fuck about who don't like it. I'm not going to be quiet. And if I was doing these in books, why is it such a big deal of me talking about it on social media? What's the difference? Somebody answer that for me, because that's the question that I ain't got answered as well. I like to have my questions answered because I like to know things. And I don't forget shit. A motherfucker know my memory is A1. A few people done tested me and it's top tier. That's why my daughter tests at the top of her class, because she got her mama's memory. We don't play. When it comes to academics, baby, I don't play. So, it's just very sad that this is how it went with some of the sisters. I really wish that I was able to get a genuine relationship with more than the ones that I had, but I'm grateful for the ones I do have. Something is better than nothing. I am grateful for the friends that actually understood that the things that we went through was a form of me and protection from the life that I had that I didn't expose to y'all. And that was just a form of protection. It was, take it or leave it. And I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth with anybody. If I can't trust my parents, you got one time to show me that it's an issue and I won't have to come around. It's real simple. So at the end of the day, really, Deja, I'm not even mad at you. I'm just really disappointed because I really hate that you proved people right that said you was going to do this to me, and I really had your best interest, and I really wanted better for you. I really want better for my nieces. That's why I was willing to send you anything when it came to sending them something whenever you asked anything for them. You as well. Courtney, we ain't really not having a relationship, so it wasn't nothing to really lose, but for you to be coming at me the way you coming at me is wow. I mean, I knew you and Keisha be going at it, but damn, I guess I'm next in line. And yes, it's like 33 of us. I think I'm like the fifth oldest sibling. Yeah, I'm the fifth oldest. After that, it's one brother after me, and I'm not counting who's in line after that. Like, y'all would have to do the Brady Bunch boxes and line our asses up to see what order we in. Whoever get that right, when I make it, I'm gonna make a little lottery off that. Girl, I'm not really addressing them. I'm just really giving them clarity because there's a few people that came into the story late. So they wanted to know what was what, who was who, and I wanted to address Courtney writing me the way she was writing me, because I don't have to write you back because you could have just texted me or called me like I asked you to. So that was just really me giving them clarity on who's what, because people assumed that because you was married to him that you knew when you didn't know, because that's why I was talking about you the way I was. Had you knew, you wouldn't have been fucking with me either, because why would you want to be talking to somebody that was associated with them? Exactly. So, like, basically, anytime I ever asked who could I talk to, that's when Deja would tell me who it was. I even asked Courtney who LaDonna was, and she said she thinks that's the wife. And they've been together for like 2 months or whatever the little time frame was. And when I told LaDonna, she basically was like, well, she didn't say all that when I sent her $1,000. And I was like, oh, well, I guess you are the wife. Because the show ain't Erica. Ain't nobody mentioned Erica until Erica mentioned you, Courtney, the other way around. See? So, yeah, I wasn't really addressing nobody. I was just really giving clarity on like this whole setup, why I'm getting the messages I'm getting, why I'm posting the messages that I'm posting, why we are where we are, where the switch up came, who played what role and what. And yeah, that's just pretty much right now the whole be all be all. I really didn't do this to hurt nobody's feelings. That was the whole point of me telling Deja, I know this is going to affect a lot of people in certain ways. If it is true that certain people have different relationships than the ones of us who have mothers who ain't shit that he prayed on. That's the whole point behind this. And that he had a pattern in the type of woman he liked to make his baby mamas. That was really the whole point of me talking about this. Girl, you are funny. Yeah, I mean, she's not a good person. Deja ain't a good person, but I'm not going to sit here and be arguing back and forth with nobody. I already told the bitches in high school I wasn't going to argue with you. That's why I got jumped. That's why I was fighting a lot. Because if you want that, then we can do that. I'm not about to argue with nobody. And just know, I've been around the block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and my mama got those hands, and I am her daughter, so it is what it is. So, yeah, I was just really trying to give y'all clarity on how we got here, why I'm not a liar, why I never mentioned her name, but apparently she said I did, but I thought it was Deja that tagged her, not me. And how Deja said she was on my side, and then all of a sudden blocked me, talked about me, and started going against me, and now she want to fight me. And how Erica's okay with him being a trifling ass baby daddy as long as she can keep playing to the internet like he's a good daddy, and as long as y'all keep not believing me, then they can keep playing in y'all face. I mean, that's the one who's doing all the playing. For real, for real. But I mean, if it's a game to y'all, I guess it is what it is. May the odds ever be in y'all favor. I'm not gonna argue with nobody. Like I said, I didn't realize that me talking about this was gonna lead to me having beef with siblings. I just really didn't. So I'm out of here. Y'all have a good one. Got to go be a mommy. Till next time. Thanks for the Corey stories.